Hey, it's Big V here. Today we're talking teams, and today we're going to talk about how to leverage other people's money in real estate. Now, this may not be what you're thinking. This isn't how to buy real estate using other people's money. It's how to leverage other people's money as a real estate agent to put your buyers who are currently stuck, that don't have the ability to move forward, in a position that they could actually buy a home today. There are so many tools, systems, and resources that if you don't know how to use them, you're letting your buyers down by not pulling them out of the sidelines. When people are confused, when they feel stressed, what happens is they pull back and they don't take action. We've discovered that there are hidden gems in real estate. Now, what's a hidden gem? A hidden gem is something of massive value that is hidden that most people walk right over and don't even see. But when you have the right tools and the right resources, the right understanding, as everybody else walks past these hidden gems, you see indicators that there may be a hidden gem. And then you just dig a little deeper and you go a little further and realize there's an opportunity where other people see failure. Today, I'm going to give you, at the very end of this video, a hidden gem download right out of our Shift modules. It's called The Agent's Guide to the Hidden Gem System, that teaches you how to identify, find, and use hidden gems in your real estate practice to close more transactions. Are you ready for it? Are you ready to learn about what a hidden gem is in real estate? The first hidden gem I want to share with you is called the Assumable mortgage. Now, what is an assumable mortgage? An assumable mortgage is simply a loan or a mortgage that's been given to someone, and in their contract it says if they ever want to sell their mortgage, they can. Most people don't even know whether or not their loan is assumable. And so it requires a savvy agent or a savvy lender to pull up the loan documents and understand whether or not it's assumable. An assumable loan basically means that a buyer can come in and assume their position on that loan. They still have to qualify and go through the process like they would another loan, but the big advantage of this hidden gem is that they're able to qualify on a 3% loan, like it was when the day the seller bought their home, instead of the 7 or 8%, which is where rates are today. And so a buyer will be able to qualify for much more loan with a much nicer home if they look for that hidden gem. Assumable mortgage oftentimes come in the form of government-backed loans, FHA loans, USDA and VA loans are often assumable. Sometimes even conventional loans have assumable clauses in it, but oftentimes conventional loans are not the ones you want to look for. It's the government-backed loans, FHA, USDA, and VA loans, which are usually assumable. These are lower interest, they have lower closing costs, and oftentimes waive the appraisal on the assumptive portion of the loan. The disadvantage of an assumable loan are simply these. Number one, the requirements are strong. You have to have good credits. Oftentimes, there's a loan assumption fee associated with it, which is okay. Also, the ongoing mortgage insurance payments, depending on where they bought their property and what the loan to value ratio is. And then the VA has specific stipulations in their assumable loans. Does it mean you can't do it? No, absolutely not. It means you absolutely can do it if you understand that's something that you're after. I was recently talking to a client who had a home in North Carolina, and she was telling me about her home, and they were having a hard time selling it. And I said, well, what kind of a home is it? And she said, this is where it is. This is what we paid for it. We bought it in the last couple of years, so we bought it at the high end of the market. We don't want to lose money on the property. And I said, well, what kind of a loan do you have on it? And she said, well, it's a VA loan. And I said, well, are you buying a new home in the next future? She says, no, we're not going to buy another home for the next 5 years. And I says, have you thought about advertising and marketing your mortgage as an assumable loan? And her lights went on, and the thought process came to her, says, no, we haven't even considered marketing our home as an assumable loan. And I said, what's going to happen when you start marketing it that way is you're going to bring a whole bunch of new buyers out of the woodwork that weren't necessarily looking at that particular home. It's going to make it more attractive. I like to say to people that in today's market, your home, it's a price war and a beauty contest, and you have to win both. Now, if you can't beat them on the price, then you beat them on the terms. And the terms are the assumable rate mortgage. Now, there are other stipulations or other types of hidden gems that are out there in mortgage that will help you find the house. I'm going to give you a couple of those right here. Talking about assumable rate mortgages, new rates and terms often apply. Most USDA loans are assumable in a way that transfers responsibility of the mortgage debt to the new buyer, but it also adjusts the debt by re-amortizing it to the new rates and terms. So Make sure you read the fine print. Make sure you have a strong quality lender that will help you identify and find these hidden gems in the marketplace. Using other people's money simply means finding a loan that somebody else has already gotten at a lower rate and then putting your buyers in a position to qualify for that home. Hidden gems are all over the place, but you have to take the time to find it. Another hidden gem in the marketplace might be just understanding some of the different loan programs that are available. Interest rate buy downs are another hidden gem. It's understanding from your loan or your mortgage company that a buyer can go and they can buy down the interest rate of the property and qualify on the lower rate. That gives them the ability to come in at a much less expensive loan payment. Knowing that incomes go up over time and the appreciation of the home goes up, the mortgage company's still in a good position to be able to close. All right, so here's what to do. When you download, right here at the bottom of this video, you can download the Hidden Gem System. In the Hidden Gem System, here's what I want you to do with it. First, I want you to read the entire story. It talks about an agent and the particular type of mortgage that's out there. I want you to read all of the details on each of the factors of the hidden gem, the assumable rate mortgages, the pros, the cons, so you can effectively establish it to your client. Then every day, I want you to go in with somebody on your team or an agent in your office, and I want you to practice the actual scripts that are in the Hidden Gem System. By sitting down and practicing what they say, what the client says, what you say, how you work them through the process, you'll learn to utilize emotional and artificial intelligence in crafting your messaging that helps your clients move from where they are to being open to new opportunities. You see, using other people's money is about becoming open to new opportunities. I was actually looking for properties last night, and as I was searching through the MLS, I did a new search that I haven't done in a long time, and that was seller financing. And I found that there were hundreds of homes in my marketplace that were investor possible, that a seller had purchased the home, they'd used cash to do it, and they didn't want the cash out of the property because they weren't able to do what's called a 1031 exchange right now, or they didn't want to have the tax consequences of taking all the capital. So they wanted to do different types of what we call seller-based financing. I emailed several of them and asked them what kind of terms they were looking for as far as down payment and interest rate, and I found that most of them were reasonable in what they were asking for. Using other people's money isn't hard. It just takes some effort, a little bit of research, and a focus so that you can pay attention as you're walking through the desert of real estate, that you keep your eyes on the prize and you keep looking for those hidden gems. Download your hidden gems, use the system, use it with your clients, and then come back in the comments and tell us where you've had a win. Share with each other the wins and victories and the opportunities that are coming as a result of these hidden gems.